Madden 2004 is one of the most well-regarded sports video games of all time. It's one of the most nostalgic games of all time. I feel like we talk about Madden 2004 as much as any other sports game. And yes, we look at Madden 2004 with so much joy and so much nostalgia. Madden 2004, Michael Vick. I know he was on the cover, but Michael Vick wasn't the only broken character in that game. Today on Cheat Codes, I want to talk about another important character in Madden 2004. Today, I want to talk about Randy Moss. There's no way around it. Randy Moss is one of the best athletes to ever grace the National Football League. And when you take just a couple of looks at his highlights, you can tell that there was not really anyone like him ever. When it comes to pure athleticism at the wide receiver position, or pure athleticism in general, only a few people can actually be held in the same conversation as Randy Moss. And that statement gets proven by his Madden 2004 ratings. This isn't the only video game where Randy Moss is OP. I might talk about those games later down the line, but I wanted to talk about Madden 2004 because it feels like, despite how good he was in the game, it still feels as if he flies under the radar somehow. In this game, Randy Moss sports a 98 rating, just 1 point shy of the immortal 99 club. In the present-day Madden sphere, the 99 club is very publicized. With every new Madden, they have a couple of players that are 99 overall at the start of the game, and they're inducted into the 99 club, and you can be a repeat member. But back in 2004, I can't really say that if you were a 99 overall, the Madden 99 club was as popular as it was today. It feels like current generation Madden has kind of bought in more to the 99 club. And yeah, the 99 club isn't the be-all, end-all for everything. I mean, Michael Vick in Madden 2004 is a 95 overall. I'm just saying, with Michael Vick in 2004 taking a lot of the spotlight and Randy Moss not being a 99 overall himself, I feel like that kind of compounds into why Randy Moss is still somehow underrated in this game. But despite being a 98 overall, Randy Moss has a 99 in many other attributes in this game.
Randy Moss is the only wide receiver in the game with a 99 speed and 99 acceleration rating. The only other player in the game with 99 speed and acceleration is cornerback Champ Bailey. This meant that for the most part, there was not a secondary in the game that could contain Randy Moss,
including the NFL Europe teams. And this really tracks with just how well documented Randy Moss's speed was throughout the league. I mean, you can watch the ESPN 30 for 30 Rand University, and there are so many interviews talking about just how fast that boy was. Randy Moss is also no slouch when it comes to catching the ball. He's the 6th highest receiver when it comes to catch rating in the game. Another thing that really separates Randy Moss from the pack is his immaculate jumping ability. It's an ability so great that it turned into a verb. People say that when you out-jump someone, you got mossed. It even became its own segment on TV when Randy Moss became an analyst. Madden 2004 pairs Randy Moss with a 99 jump rating and a 94 catch rating. When you have a 6'4" wide receiver that can run the fastest in the game, can jump the highest in the game, and can catch with the best of them, this is a player with no real weaknesses. And yet, he's only the 3rd best wide receiver in the game. In this game, Randy Moss is only outranked by Marvin Harrison and Terrell Owens. Which I understand, it totally makes sense because they were great in their own right, but I feel like Randy Moss should have been a 99 overall as well. And yes, there are certain ratings where Randy Moss falls behind Owens and Harrison. One of them is awareness, and the other is like ball carrying. But it feels like those ratings are sometimes just so hard to measure. How do you measure awareness? How do you take real life awareness and measure it and put it in a video game? To me, it feels like some of the ratings in video games matter more than others. And in Madden 2004, it felt like Randy Moss, all the attributes that he was good at are the ones that actually mattered in terms of gameplay. And one of those other attributes is agility, where Randy Moss has a 97 overall, which puts him at the top of the wide receiver class yet again. Now, yes, Randy Moss had some of the highest skill ratings in the game, but what use of that if you couldn't get the ball to him? So now let's shift our focus to Daunte Culpepper, the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings.
Daunte Culpepper wasn't the most accurate quarterback in the league, but his 97 throw power rating puts him among the strongest arms in the league.
So what do you do with a quarterback that's not that accurate but can throw the ball pretty far, and a wide receiver that can run fast, jump high, and catch the ball. Yeah, no problem. Just throw it deep every time. Who cares? Daunte Culpepper was mobile enough to be considered a dual-threat quarterback, and with his ability to get out of the pocket and use his arm, it was so fun to just roll out to the right and then throw a deep, long bomb to Randy Moss just to see if he would catch it. And most of the time, he would, because he's just that good. There were also some other features in Madden 2004 that helped out with Randy Moss's dominance. First up is Playmaker Controls. Playmaker Controls was a feature that you could use to help extend a broken play. For example, if your quarterback was out of the pocket and you had a receiver near you, you could put the right thumbstick in any direction and that receiver would run that specific direction. It was a great way to give yourself more control over your receiver and extend plays.
The other feature that I actively talk about for Madden 2004 is the Create a Playbook feature. This is a feature in the game where you could add your own custom plays, you could create your own custom formation in the game, and it's not in current Maddens, but back then this was a place where you could really try to flex your football creativity. The interesting thing with this playbook creator is that they do have the standard basic routes. You have your corners, your post, your streaks, your curls. But my favorite aspect is the custom route feature, which allows you to just basically put your waypoint wherever you want. If it's drawable, it's viable in this game. And my favorite part of this feature is that you could go and practice and test the play. So if I just wanted to run a play where everyone blocks and Randy Moss just basically follows the route and does whatever, and it still somehow works, that's a cool aspect of the game. If you wanted to, you could really create a playbook where everyone blocks and it's just Randy Moss trying to get open, and it yields to some really funny results sometimes.
Despite Randy Moss being a 98 overall god in this game and Daunte Culpepper being an 88 overall quarterback, the Minnesota Vikings offense is still rated at just an 85. Why is that? The first problem is that there's only one Randy Moss, and the next highest wide receiver on the Vikings roster is a 74 overall. Now, I know that EA Sports was very stingy with the ratings back then, but still, that is a big gap in any video game, no matter how you slice it. It's almost even worse back then because there were way less attribute categories than there are now. A lot of video game ratings back then were more blanketed ratings, whereas Madden nowadays, the ratings have gotten more specific, more defined, where you have stats for intermediate route running, long route running, short route running, whereas an older game might just have route running, if at all. Now, it wasn't all bad. They still had Pro Bowl running back Michael Bennett, who had a 98 speed. A 98 speed. So you have a 99 speed overall wide receiver and a 98 speed running back. It's not all bad, but compared to other offenses, it's a little bit lacking. For example, when you take a look at the St. Louis Rams in this game, they have a way better balanced offense with Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, and Kurt Warner. That's a way better balance of weapons. When you go back to Randy Moss's team, you can see that there's not much there. It's just him. There's no one else to take the pressure off when it comes to the passing attack. And I'm not saying that made Randy Moss any less effective. He's still an absolute beast in this game. It just made the Vikings offense a little bit more predictable. In contrast, when you look at Michael Vick's roster, you can see that his best target is 91 overall Peerless Price. But Michael Vick is also a quarterback, so he has more ways to beat you, whether it's through with the arm or with his legs. Also, Michael Vick's offensive weapons were more balanced than the Minnesota Vikings weapons, so even though Michael Vick, you knew that he was the star of the show, he could share the shine with anyone else on that team. And when you take a look at Randy Moss's stats that year, it more than makes sense as to why Randy Moss's rating is so high and the other Vikings wide receivers aren't. As you can see, he has a chunk of the wide receiver yards, a chunk of the targets, and he was the star of that show.
In 2002, Randy Moss had 106 catches for 1,347 yards, falling only behind Marvin Harrison, who had 1,722 yards. Marvin Harrison also had 37 more catches, as it is one of the best wide receiver seasons of all time. I also want to make a note here that Terrell Owens missed 2 games in this season.
Randy Moss is one of the best wide receivers of all time. There's no arguing that. I just made this video to remind you just how good he was on the video game front as well. because we often compare someone, be like, oh, they're so good, it's like they're in a video game. Randy Moss is one of those characters where in real life it was like a video game, if not maybe better sometimes. But that's not to say that the video game versions of him weren't also OP. He's an incredible talent, and one of the reasons why I wanted to make more video game videos like this.
This video is sponsored by Elgato. If you've ever thought about dipping into the realm of content creation or streaming, Elgato is your one-stop shop for all of your equipment needs. Right here is a representation of my current setup. As you can see, they have cameras, lighting, green screens, capture cards for gameplay, and stream decks to help you streamline your productivity levels. My newest favorite gadget from them is the Elgato prompter, which helps me read through scripts when I write out my videos and saves both me and my editor so much hassle. Elgato products are simple to set up and have a seamless fit between the products. I've been using Elgato for over 6 years, and it's been awesome to see them still striving to improve and evolve the equipment year after year after year. If you're interested in Elgato products, please click the link in the description below for a discount. Thanks again to Elgato for sponsoring this video, and thanks to you guys for checking out the sponsors. It helps me out both short term and long term.